To Catch a Predator was a show that aired on TV where disgusting, awful people would show up to a house to try to get with an underage child. Whether it be a dude or a girl, it doesn't matter. And a lot of these predators have had some pretty notable moments on television history, and as we'll see today, we're gonna check out where some of these predators are nowadays in 2023. Hopefully in jail, dead, or homeless.
Oh man. Okay, by a show of hands, digitally, who here has seen To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen? Okay, now who has seen the original? I'm not talking about this one with like Hansen versus Predator. I'm talking the original To Catch a Predator that aired, oh god, on like Fox and ABC back in like the early like 2010s, dude. Man, that shit was... Me and my friends still watch clips from To Catch a Predator to this day. It's so funny to see these fucking like child molesters and groomers like getting their comeuppance, you know? Getting their fucking comeuppance and, like, trying to wiggle their way out of this situation that they are very obviously in. Bro, this is funny. And one of the funniest predators me and my friends know about is this one guy named Jeff Stacy. If I can find a clip of him, I'll show it to you.
You ask her if she's horny.
What's wrong with that?
You ask if she does anal.
It's a question.
But, he sounds like Mickey Mouse. He's like, oh, what's wrong with that, Al? It's a question. I'm Mickey Mouse. Oh, man, but this is the, like, new, like, Hansen versus Predator, the one that he wanted to kickstart. This, I believe his name, this guy right here, is Jeff Sokol, and this is John Dupay. I mean, this motherfucker, John Dupay, you'll see him. He just looks like if you look up pedophile in the, dictionary, you will probably see this man's picture. He is creepy as hell. The messages he left on this girl's phone. Oh man, I should probably show you guys some To Catch a Predator clips, like some of the shit that me and my friends find the most hilarious. But right now we're gonna watch Sunny's video on where the Chris Hansen Predators are today. So I actually sent my friends this video because I want them to see it, because I haven't seen it yet. I want them to see it, and I want them to be like, yo, Sunny knows about this. But, yeah, we're gonna watch, if it would load, as you guys can see. It's not loading because my computer is slow as fuck. We're gonna watch To Catch a Predator. Again, I finally get to watch To Catch a Predator with my viewers today. Connection. Look, see? Y'all think I'm lying about that shit. I literally opened the door. And the fucking video started working, and my shit stopped recording now, didn't it? I'm lost for words. If it does it again, I'm just gonna stick to the original audio. Alright, well, let's watch. Let's see where these creeps are now.
This video will cover exactly what happened to the 6 most notable creeps from Hansen vs. Predator, and we're going to begin by talking about the math tutor Mike Manzi, who's had his life pretty much ruined as a result of the I'm Chris Hansen.
What the hell happened to this motherfucker, dude? What the fuck happened? Dude. Yes, he was a math teacher. What grade, you ask? Middle school. Middle schoolers, 6th to 8th grade, dude. And he was hitting on a 13-year-old girl. Oh my god, what happened to you? Well, I mean, yeah, I know what happened to you. Your life fucking fell apart and you kind of deserved it. But, like, oh man, it's gonna be great. I think he only really wanted to smoke weed
as a result of the I'm Chris Hansen, No You're Not episode. After arriving at the Sting house, Mike bumped into Chris immediately before trying to make the excuse that he was simply making sure that the 13-year-old girl was safe inside her house. After desperately attempting to leave, Mike was arrested.
You gotta love their pathetic little excuses to like wiggle out of this situation that they very clearly just found themselves in.
Taken back to the police station and interrogated for approximately 35 minutes, after which the episode ends with the explanation that because Mike's discussion was pretty clean prior to the meetup, he was only sentenced to 3 years probation, meaning that he avoided any time.
To be fair, he didn't have a ton of lewd stuff in his conversation. He only mentioned like smoking with her. But still, you know, this fucking 30-year-old creep is talking to a 13-year-old, bro. Anytime I get, like, someone who's really young DMing me, no offense, I know I have a lot of young viewers, but anytime I get someone, like, really young DMing me and wanting to talk to me, I kind of ignore it because I'm worried I'm going to get taken advantage of, and I'm worried that, like, you know, someone's going to be like, oh, he was talking to me. He's 21. Why is he talking to me? I'm only 13. I'm like, that's exactly why I don't talk to children.
prison and wasn't registered on any unsavory lists. However, this isn't to say that Mike's life has been easy ever since the episode went live. In late 2021, a conversation was leaked with one of the show's editors who explained that the head of security, Ron Knight, was actually Mike Manzi's uncle, and that there is a part that never aired where Manzi is insisting to Knight to let him go because he's known Manzi since birth. This is apparently why Manzi made such—
This is new information to me! I remember seeing this, dude! I remember seeing that. I'm like, what the hell? I remember that, dude. He's like, you gotta go that way. No, because he's gonna get arrested. Because, see, the reason they send him out through the garage is because they're gonna get arrested. But I did not know that that was that dude's uncle. What the hell?
An effort to convince the crew to let him leave peacefully, yet his uncle told Manzi the best thing he could do is go through the garage and remain silent, which Manzi obviously didn't do. As a result of the episode, Mike now hates his uncle, which has more than likely led to the decline of Manzi's other family relationships. However, the most interesting thing revealed in the message exchange was that Manzi was an avid watcher of TCAP back in the day, which explains why he recognized Chris Hansen immediately.
And you wanna know what's funny? Most of these people that come into this sting house they know what To Catch a Predator is, and they're like, you can even see in some of their messages that like, hey, have you seen that show To Catch a Predator? Well, I just want to check to make sure you're not one of those cops or anything, because I don't want to end up on that show, you know? I know about the show, and I should really stop talking to a 13-year-old, but you know what? I can't help my urges. So please don't tell them, please, for my own sake, please don't tell them.
Mike has since been found on a felony dating site, as well as on Facebook under a different name, where a Reddit user was able to get this picture, as well as apparently have a conversation with Mike, who stated that he gets recognized very often, and that Mike actually seems like a very chilled out dude. On Chris Hansen's podcast, Chris explained that Mike is no longer working in education.
As far as we know, he is not tutoring or teaching anywhere. He lives with his parents, which would explain
two recently surfaced photos of Mike working in a retail job, representing a pretty significant fall since tutoring for some of Connecticut's wealthiest families. However, Mike still got off lightly in comparison to John Dupee, who, as a result of his appearance on the show, has now become homeless. John walks into
homeless? God damn, his life did fall apart. Holy shit. This motherfucker, oh my god. Just, like, I'm gonna let you guys watch it. Look at the way he smiles when he gives her all these gifts. It's so creepy. Now, for those of you that don't know how this premise works, basically they bring a predator in. This girl right here is not 13. She's a 19-year-old actress who's playing a 13-year-old. Now, to be fair, this exchange right here is legal. But as far as John Dupee knows, she's only 13. And he's willingly walking into an allegedly 13-year-old's house, knowing that he's gonna try and do sexual advances on her. So regardless, even though she's 19, he believes he's talking with a 13-year-old. And it is still wrong on all levels.
House without saying a word, and was so creepy that simply standing next to him was enough to terrify the decoy, yet she apparently had nothing to worry about, as he stated that he was only there to watch the football. After revealing that John was simultaneously talking to more than one minor, he was arrested, interrogated, and given a notice to appear in court, where he'd be trolled and heckled by the attendees as he pleaded guilty.
And the judge actually in the case had to order the crowd to be quiet, to be orderly, because they had figured out who he was and what he was being accused of, what he was pleading guilty to.
John Dupee was given an 8-year prison sentence beginning in August 2016, although this certainly isn't where the story ends. Only 4 months into his prison term, John's brother and sister were both killed in a car accident, which happened on the very same street where the Sting House was located, and in case losing both of his siblings wasn't bad enough, there are unconfirmed anecdotes that John was also disowned by his parents after the episode went live. It was
Dude, how ironic. Okay, I know I always say karma sure has its ways, you know? Karma has a way of meshing everything together like that. Karma knows how to do that. But the fact that his siblings both were killed in a car accident on the same street that the Sting House was in, what the fuck, dude? I'm spitting everywhere, but I don't care. What the fuck kind of coincidental witchcraft bullshit is that? I mean, his siblings didn't deserve it. He deserved a bunch of misfortune in his life. But my god, dude, how unlucky can you, like, I thought my life was unlucky. Holy shit, dude. That
He
is
was
the
released from prison on the
definition
24th of July
unlucky.
2018, serving just 2 years out of his 8-year sentence. Yet after being released, John was forced to register on a public offender list, which displayed his address as a Connecticut homeless shelter. After 3 years in the shelter, John was able to move into a group house, although in October 2021, only 2 months after moving out of the homeless shelter, John violated his probation in an unspecified way and was sent back to prison for another year and 2 months.
Damn.
Since his release in December 2022, John has been residing in a shelter for recovering addicts, although John Dupee isn't the only person on this list who's been back to prison, as Joshua Cologne
This is one of
also
the
recently
first
violated
guys,
his
too.
probation. Joshua was the New York plumber who locked the door behind him after entering the Sting House,
Which is always
stating
a
that
red
his
flag.
biggest nightmare was ending up on a Chris Hansen episode. After Josh comes out of the bathroom, Chris is already there waiting for him.
I know who you are.
Like I said, most of these people know what To Catch a Predator is. They know that this shit goes on, and they still try and do it.
Yes.
And as a result,
Idiots.
Josh is unbelievably honest, laying out his intentions immediately. After being taken back to the station, he'd incredibly admit that this wasn't the first time that he'd met up with someone underage, which eventually helped the court to secure a 7-year prison
terrifying, 'cause
sentence.
what has
After
he
the
done
sting
with these other
happened, but
underage
before
kids?
Josh went to prison, he was still working as a plumber and would admit to a co-worker that he was very remorseful and would happily take back his crazy Russian ex, then go back to that house with Chris Hansen. On his really bad days, he would talk about how he doesn't want to die alone and that he knows that he'll never have a semblance of a normal life again.
Yeah.
Josh was sent to prison a few
I
months
mean,
later.
this is just me. You don't have to follow this advice, but if you don't want your life to be ruined, maybe don't do this. I'm just me. You don't have to follow it, but like, maybe don't do this.
In early 2016 and would serve 3 years out of his 7-year sentence. However, this wouldn't be the last time that Josh ended up
totally
behind
unfair.
bars. In September 2020, approximately 1 year after being released from his first prison stint, a post was made to the TCAP forum stating, "Joshua Cologne was convicted yesterday after spending a few months in prison for a probation violation. 4 years jail, execution suspended after 6 months, probation 9 years.
Okay.
This guy will never learn."
No, he will not.
Josh's second prison term came to an end in March 2021, after which his former co-worker and friend took to Reddit to explain the reason for the sentence.
Damn,
He
they
contacted
just-
me after he
they
got out of prison
stopped
for
it
a
as
second
motherfucker.
time, letting me know that he'd been framed. Apparently he wasn't allowed to have any pictures of any children on his phone. His sister shared a picture of his niece in a chat that he was in, and he got locked up for it, his explanation. Interestingly, if you now
It's kind of hard to know if, but that's his niece. If that is the case, that's his niece, dude. And you're not supposed to have, and you're not supposed to be doing this, so why are you doing it, I don't give a fuck if it is your niece, dude. It's like, keep that picture in your messages. You don't have to download it, the fuck?
search Josh's name on an inmate search engine, it states that Joshua Cologne is or was recently an inmate currently at the Connecticut Department of Corrections, CTDOC, located in Wethersford, CT, leading many to believe that Josh is now back in prison for a third time.
Probably
But
best
what
that he
happened
is,
to
though.
the wealthy accountant who Chris recognized from this?
Yes, this guy knows who Chris Hansen is, and Chris Hansen knows who this guy is. They had known each other previously before he got caught, and also he's like 60 years old trying to hook up with a 13-year-old boy. Yes, it's as disgusting as it sounds.
The train. His name was Charles Lawrence, and after walking into the Sting House, the following exchange occurred.
No, Chris,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
But this is the first time I've caught anyone who I know.
After which Charles was arrested and taken back to the
And that
station
was,
for an interview.
that's him knowing, like, he knew this guy, and he was the only person in the entire history of To Catch a Predator that Chris Hansen knew.
Throughout the interrogation, Charles made the hilarious claim that, because of his poor eyesight, he read the decoy's age as 18 instead of 13.
I thought he was 18. I got scratched and my glasses were upstairs. I'm looking, I thought he said 18. I swear to God, I would never, ever in my entire life be a 13.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but like, whenever I look at the number 13, even if it's really bad, I'm like, okay, that definitely looks like the number 18. Yeah, I could oh my god, dude. Like, even if that is true, you would ask the kid, oh, did you say 18 or 13? Sorry, I can't see, I have really bad eyesight. And he would spell it out, ask him to spell out 18 or 13.
However, the judge wasn't dumb enough to buy this excuse,
No
who sentenced
fucking
Lawrence
shit.
to 2 years in prison, which he'd served between June 2016 and June 2018. Whilst in prison,
birth
the
month,
Association of
unfortunately.
International Certified Professional Accountants, under which Lawrence was employed, confirmed that Mr. Lawrence's AICPA membership was terminated effective May 25th, 2017 because of a final judgment of conviction for a crime punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year. Chris also mentioned that Charles had a second job as a commercial real estate agent, and after finding Charles's LinkedIn, it states that he's the president of a company called Lawrence Real Estate Enterprises Inc., which is still active today and lists Charles as the company's CEO.
Which means
However,
he's still
Chris
probably
did mention
successful.
on his podcast that Charles had some issues with keeping his license.
I'm not clear as to whether or not he's still involved in commercial real estate. There was an issue with his license after his conviction, after he pleaded guilty.
Although even if he was able to, it's unlikely that Charles would get much work these days given his reputation.
Yeah,
In
and
May
we know, we all
2021,
know
a
what the
post
fuck
was
he
made to
did.
Reddit explaining that they saw Charles Lawrence living in an over 55s complex, which has been confirmed as true after looking up the address listed on his public offender registry.
Props to
This
Sunny
page
for,
also
like,
shows
blurring
the
it
most
out, though.
recent photo of him taken in mid-2018, exhausting all of the information that we have on Charles Lawrence. However, we've got plenty
Yep.
of dirt on the now
The military
infamous
vet,
Stephen
dude. This dude,
Buchanan, who
Stephen Buchanan, that's his name, dude. This man, not only does he look fucking disturbing, but his actions are just disturbing. Before he even showed up to the house, he mentioned to this girl that he had a gun. So, you know, not the best circumstances, but, you know, giving him the benefit. No, don't ever give these motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. Ugh. It's creepy, dude. It's so creepy. And I know you're probably gonna see the clip. This girl was acting, but still, dude, it's like genuinely, like she was worried that this guy probably had a gun on him because he was a military vet, and he mentioned it.
gained notoriety for showing up to the Sting house with duct tape, a camera, and various weapons in his car. This was extra terrifying
I
as
forgot
after
about the
arriving at
duct
the house,
tape.
he refused to enter and rather tried to coax the decoy into getting into his vehicle.
She's like, "Can you tell me you don't have a gun?"
Can you just like come in and we can chat for a little bit? What do you want to do?
The way he's standing there, the way he's just like, I don't like it. I don't like. Oh my god, this is like the uncut version too.
You want to show you around?
Can we watch a movie?
What about going to the movie?
After being confronted by Chris, Buchanan tries to blame his depravity on the PTSD he got during his military time in Iraq, although despite this impediment, Buchanan still served 3 years in prison, after which fans of the show began to notice that the story he shared with Chris wasn't entirely accurate. A user by the name of Bud1985 took to Reddit in a post reading, "Stephen Buchanan. This took me a good hour of searching through old pics from Iraq, but I finally found it. I served with this turd." Bud continued in the comments by stating, "When he was active duty, he was a tank mechanic. And how do I know this? He was my tanks mechanic. He would do maintenance on it in the motor pool every Monday. He never went on a single mission. He never seen a minute of combat."
So he
may have
didn't
been through
actually serve. He was just a mechanic for the military, which is still a high level of respect, but this motherfucker said, oh, he got PTSD from serving in the combat and everything. It's like, bitch, you did not. You were a mechanic. These motherfuckers always find a way to burn like the one chance they have for redemption, dude. It's like, bro, shut up.
to mortifier, but that's it. It pissed me off so bad when I heard him blame it on PTSD. The most recent photo of Stephen Buchanan comes from July 2022.
He's still looking, motherfucker. What the fuck his eyebrows go?
Update from Chris Hansen's podcast.
And as far as we can tell, he still lives in Connecticut with his parents. And he's working, driving a large truck.
Also explaining that he was able to have a conversation with Stephen's father.
I called the number we had for Stephen Buchanan, and a man picked up, and it actually sounded a little bit like Stephen Buchanan. And I asked for Stephen. Right away, the man said, "Is this Chris Hansen?" And I said, "Yes, it is." This is why you're calling. I said, "I'm calling for Stephen Buchanan." And the father had the tone of a man exasperated with having to deal with the circumstances around his son. He told me that Stephen has moved on with his life, and essentially that he wants to only look forward. And then the senior Buchanan asked that I never call the number again.
But whilst
yeah, I get that. You know, I would be constantly like, if my child, I'm never having kids, but if I was like one of these people, for example, I hate to use this example, but let's say I was one of these predators, for example, and my parents were getting constantly harassed with phone calls. Yes, they'd want me to take responsibility, but at the same time, they'd be like, "Can y'all shut the fuck up? My son is out of my life. Goodbye." And like, it would get annoying, you know, constantly heckled with phone calls does get annoying, and it definitely probably was like, it wasn't very good for the father's mental state, I guarantee you, because like he's constantly reminded of how fucking much of a disappointment his son is. But fuck, man.
Steven has done a pretty good job of moving on with his life. This has been significantly more difficult for Jeff Sokol, who became arguably the most notable predator in Chris Hansen history after bringing a pepperoni pizza to the Fairfield Sting House.
Yeah,
the iconic
and
episode.
he tried to like act like, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm just checking on her. Sir, are you her dad? Are you her dad? You know, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you read on those messages. It's just chat. You know, it's that. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. That's another famous excuse that a lot of the predators use. It was just talking. I didn't say I was gonna do it, but like, you implied it. You're here. Like, you have this naughty chat, and then you're here. Like, what are we supposed to take away from that? Oh, I was just coming to, you know, despite everything I said I was gonna do to her, I wasn't gonna actually do it. It was just talking. It's like, bitch, you're here. Now, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of what I do in my, you know, free time, but let's just say if I tell someone I'm gonna do this to you when I get all up in that sheet, chances are if I show up to their house, I'm gonna do that exact thing to them. I'm gonna, you know, get up in their sheets and do the, you know, the nasty. But I mean, come on, dude, you're here. What are you doing? Oh, let's just, I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna let the rest of the video play out because I think this is the last guy.
Etched in YouTube history, as Jeff seems so relaxed about the confrontation that he was only able to focus on his
certain he was not gonna get in trouble.
I want to know a little bit more about you first. Can I eat first?
After Jeff spent 16 minutes demolishing his pizza, he'd offer Chris a slice on the way out.
You can take your pizza if you like.
You want a slice?
I'm good, thank you.
And even after being taken back to the station, Jeff maintained the attitude that he hadn't done anything wrong, according to a source who was at the
He even talked about a marriage contract. He literally talked about, oh, marrying this girl so that way they have to be together. It's bad, dude. Trust me, you guys need to watch the clip yourself. It's so bad. It's still up on YouTube.
He was going to be able to get out of this, be able to get a good lawyer and to really take care of his case.
While Jeff seemed confident that he wouldn't receive any charges, this didn't alter his reality, as after going through 3 different lawyers, he'd be sentenced to 2.5 years in prison beginning on the 27th of May 2017. Whilst locked up, the Jeff Sokol episode became so popular that fans of the show tracked down the restaurant from which the pizza had been ordered and began to visit the restaurant asking for the exact same pizza that Jeff had gotten. The restaurant has since had hundreds of positive reviews, many of which subtly referencing the Jeff Sokol incident, and according to an email sent to us by a fan, the restaurant had to eventually ask people to stop asking for the Sokol special, although—
Bro, no, that restaurant could have milked that for all it was worth, dude. I would, if that was me, if that was my restaurant, I would have put Sokol special up on my menu, dude. Come on, restaurant, you guys need to milk that for all it's worth. That is free money just sitting there. You're slammed with tons of money, positive reviews, all this good shit, and you want people to stop asking for it? Bro, I would have so milked that shit, dude. Why do you think I do Just Shapes and Beats comics 4 years later? Because it makes me money. Yes, I enjoy doing them, but it also makes me money. You know, fuck, dude. Fake it till you make it. That's all I got. Oh, I sound so pathetic, and that's probably because I am, but fake it till you make it, bro. Come on, milk that shit for all it's worth. Oh man, they fucked up.
There doesn't actually seem to be any evidence for this claim. By the time Jeff was released from prison in June 2019, his appearance on the show had racked up a view count in the tens of millions, leading Jeff to try and change his name legally to Sonny Derek Porter.
Sokol actually went to court and petitioned to change his name to Sonny Derek Porter.
A few years ago, I was arrested as a part of a sting operation trying to meet a girl who was underage. The sting was part of a nationally syndicated TV show, Crime Watch Daily, Hansen vs. Predator. This episode is now available online, along with many other troll videos and nasty comments from fans of the show. In the aftermath, I've experienced humiliation, harassment, and embarrassment. One could argue that this was justified, but I've surely lived with much remorse since the arrest.
Yeah,
Since
but you
current
still
name
did
will
it.
always be linked via a simple internet search, I'm requesting authorization to change my name. I'm working hard to be a better person overall, and making a sincere effort to treat everyone with respect. I hope to meet new friends and acquaintances, and wish not to be judged based on on one gigantic mistake I made a few years ago. I hope to be judged for the person I really am, the person I am today. More than anything, I would like a second chance at a happy and safe life. However, the name change was eventually rejected, which only led to more trolling. It was then discovered.
Did you see that? He looked like if Keanu Reeves and Markiplier had a love child. Oh, why did I say that? Sorry, Mark.
That Jeff had been forced to sell his apartment, and according to this Reddit comment, which isn't the best evidence, Jeff moved in with his parents in blank. It seems like he comes from a pretty affluent family, so he probably just mooches from his parents and stays low-key. The most recent photo of him comes from early 2021, which unfortunately marks the final piece of information we have on Jeff Sokol, because despite being one of the show's most notable people, he certainly kept one of the lowest profiles.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you kind of do that. When you have such a high negative profile like that, the best thing you can honestly do is go into hiding until everyone forgets about you. But unfortunately, all people have to do is do one search of your name, see on that show, and your life is ruined forever. And honestly, it's pretty well deserved. Also, we got Hell of a Boss reaction coming up very soon. So with that being said, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Please watch To Catch Predator. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen, and I want more of it, but unfortunately, I just don't think it's ever going to come back. So with that being said, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure to go check out this original video by SunnyV2 on screen right here, and make sure to check out SunnyV2 in the description down below and on screen as well. So with that being said, guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in every single day, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. PokeTom is out. Stay awesome, guys.